So, as I was saying on part 4, I know what it's like, you know, to have your family sit and watch you struggle. Everybody knew I was a single parent. Everybody knew I was working several jobs and going to school and trying to raise my kids. Everybody knew when me and my ex split, and, everybody knew that he wasn't helping. Everybody knew what was going on. Everybody knew. And not one person so much as picked up the phone to ask me, like, hey, how you doing? Y'all doing okay over there? When the last time you took some personal time? Why don't you bring the kids over here and let them chill out with us for a little while? Or how you guys doing on food over there? When my car broke down and I had to catch the bus and spending half my paychecks on taxi cabs and shit like that, everybody knew. Not one person offered me a ride. Living right down the street in some cases. So I know what it's like for people to basically say fuck you in your face. Basically, I know exactly how that feels. I'm not new to that. I know how it feels for people to say, I don't give a shit what you going through, how you feel, fuck your feelings. I know exactly how that feels. I've seen it up close and personal from people that actually matter to me or mattered in past tense, So when I talk about my family, my kids, my this, my that, whatever, right? I'm speaking as we're all one unit. So when I initially heard that there was some craziness going on, right? I was like, what in the heck is going on here? What is this? And then I saw that there was some message that came down the grapevine to basically target me and my children. I was prompted to sit back and observe. That's what the Most High told me to do. And that's what I did. But I still had to work and I still had to be productive. Okay. So at this point, I, as a mother, am heavily concerned for my family because I am convinced that there are people who are targeting my family and will possibly want to harm us. That's one thing. That's the main thing. Second thing is, I'm not sure exactly what in the whatever the hell this is that people got, whatever people have been trying to create around me while they're trying to convince me that it's something else. I don't know about all that, but I do know one thing. Okay? I know that people can be very, very evil, and they can do it for no reasons. They don't need reasons to be that way. And some people don't have conscience and are conscious, and some people feel like it's their duty, right? Some people just like to feel powerful, so they go around trying to find people to make them feel lower than them in one way or another. That personality trait is, that's not something new. I've seen it time and time again. People always come for me, and I always mind my business, and I always, kind of like do my own thing. I'm still the same person who says, fuck what they talking about. I'm still going to start my business. You goddamn right. That's never going to change. I'm going to forever be that girl when it comes to that. I'm going to forever go for mine. Okay, but it's never going to be oh my gosh, I can't because this person doesn't like me, or this person doesn't want me to, or this and that. It's not, if you're looking for that coming from me, it's not going to happen from me. It's just not going to happen not from me. It's not going to happen, and that's no offense to anyone. That's just who I am, you know? So there's been a lot going on, and I've invited, you know, I've invited people to say, like, what the problem is. But I had to think about it. I was like, girl, if you were on the other side of that, and you knew all of these people, like all of these people were your community, and this one person that's not a part of your community, you hone in and you target that person, and everybody's laughing. It's a big joke because you're targeting that person and everybody knows except for that person. And that person is like confused, like, what is this? And that's, it's so funny. It's funny because it's like, you're clueless. You don't even know that, we're doing this to you, or, that person's, or whatever. And so for a long time, nobody really got a reaction out of me. I was too busy worrying about my babies and worrying about making sure that real life was taken care of, not fake ass drama and orchestrated beef and premeditated shit that was going on. I didn't care about that. It was about making sure that me and my family were cool, like in real life, like making sure I'm earning wages, making sure I have money to the side, making sure I can take care of us, making sure I have a car that works, making sure, like real life stuff, you know? And I think that because I was busy doing that and people weren't getting a reaction. So now that I'm actually speaking up and saying something, people are like, oh my gosh, she is mad AF. She is so angry. And I'm like, I promise you, I'm not any more angry about anything than I have already been from the year 2000 and something. Okay? Trust and believe. And ironically, that time frame is tied into whatever this is as well, in a very small way. So, I've learned to maintain my balance and my peace on top of working through things that have angered me in the past. And I think that's healthy. I am a little bit hurt, but I'm more hurt by my family situation, my family being involved in, or at least it being said allegedly that they were involved. That's the hurtful part. Everything else I would expect coming from the world, you know? So moving forward, I just wanted to clear that up, you guys, so that people understand a little bit more about who I am and what this is about, and how just so you understand my perspective, okay? Because I rarely gave my perspective while this entire situation has been unfolding. And I was like, no, you should probably say something. You should probably give your perspective just so that you can, clear the air so you can move on properly. Okay. Speaking of which, I recognize also, and I'd like to extend an apology to the people who are extremely angry with me for speaking up during a time where it may not be the best time. And I hope that you all understand that this is something that's kind of been percolating anyway before any of you get what I'm saying? So I'm trying to do my best to address things that need to be addressed. And I am in no way intentionally trying to, incriminate anybody or blame anybody or any of that. Even if you did have something to do with it, I more than likely don't know that you did. All right. So, you get me? So I'm just trying to clear the air with that. And you definitely have a sincere apology from me in reference to that. But I can't apologize for caring about my family. I can't apologize for being concerned, when people are, sending death threats and shit like that our way. I can't apologize for that. That's part of my job as a mom. All right. So, there's a wicked bunch out there that want to see me and my family dead, and I wish that you didn't, because that energy is going to find you. All right? And because you chose to allow your heart to be wicked, I don't know what the Most High is going to do about that. In fact, I don't even want to know. I just know that I'm going to do everything that I can to continue being a good mom, flawed and all, and to continue being a good person. And hopefully, maybe one day, just one day, one of my daggone projects will actually slip through the cracks and make it. Maybe. But in the meantime, in between time, I do not find it shameful that I need to go back to work. That was the intention. That was the original plan. That was what was already transpiring before people started coming and messing with me. You know what I'm saying? So I don't feel a way about going back to work, because that's who I am. I don't mind that. I'm not out here trying to be no superstar. And the crazy thing about it is that even if I did want to work in entertainment, that would be ruined now because of all of the chaotic shit that people have orchestrated around me without my knowing while I'm working. I'm living a regular life. Well, not regular, but y'all get what I'm talking about. I'm tending to my business. I'm doing what I need to do. I'm back at work, doing what I have to do, taking care of me, my kids, da da da. And there's somebody like, for real, coming for me. And I didn't even know it. I didn't even know it. It took me a minute. I'm like, wait, what is going on here? So, and that's not to laugh at anybody's efforts, because obviously, I mean, I get it. I just don't understand why. And I would like to know why so that I can understand. But I also have to accept the fact that there's a chance that I may never know why. And I'm okay with that, to be honest, because I don't really I'm not drama prone. All right. So I'm okay with that. But if you ever feel like you want to get it off your chest, why, I will be more than willing and open to listening to that. Okay. And, before we even have the conversation, just know that you're already forgiven. It's just time for us to move forward. And hopefully you act right with the next person and you don't go around, trying to annihilate people. All right. That's not a very nice thing to do. So as I move forward, you guys, I'm going to go ahead and close this out. I felt like I wanted to express myself this evening. I've been feeling that way lately because I know that I'm getting ready to take me a break. And I know that once I take that break, I don't know how long it's going to be before I actually revisit the platform, if at all, right? So I want to make sure that as I'm bringing everything to a close, that I'm speaking on things that need to be spoken on They may be a little personal, but I've never shied away from being a transparent person. No, I've never shied away from transparency at all. Never shied away from transparency. So I don't mind people looking at me and saying, "Oh my God, she is telling too much. She don't know. You don't have to." No, it's important. It's important. I don't mind people seeing my flaws. I never have. Never had a problem with that. Because we're all flawed, you know? But just to clarify, even in me being flawed, no, I am not mad AF, you guys. Okay? And even if I was, I don't think anybody would give a AF. I don't think anybody would care about that, even if I was. We have to take responsibility for our own emotions, you know, and even when things kind of pinch us a little bit and we're like, ow, you know, that kind of hurt a little bit. It's your responsibility to heal from that. And if you got to take time to heal from that before you respond to some shit, so be it. Take your time, do what you got to do, you know? Now, in closing, I'm not sure exactly what rumors have been put out there, but I do get a lot of propositions. They're indirect propositions. And I want to make sure that I'm clear about something. That's not my line of work, you guys. Okay? So please take note of that. I'm not mad. I'm not mad. I'm actually flattered. But that is not my line of work. Now, I don't know if somebody wanted to like indirectly make a project out of me or something like that. Maybe like, I don't know, like rebuild me or some type of shit, you know, like in somebody's mind. I'm not sure, but I'm not some type of OnlyFans model. I'm not interested in being on OnlyFans. I'm not interested in any of that. I'm not interested in having a bunch of boyfriends or men who are not boyfriends that I just happen to treat like boyfriends. I'm not interested in that. Yeah, I guess I will say that. I had to think about it. I was like, do you want to say that before? I was like, yeah, I guess I will. You know, I practice celibacy, and I've practiced celibacy for 8 years up until a few years ago. And now I'm on my second run of 4 years. So I'm not the kind of person who is out there, you know, active like that. So like I said, even though I'm flattered, I practice celibacy. So the only thing I could give you right now is friendship. And I'm not necessarily, I wouldn't say I'm not open to that. It's just that I think everybody can see that I've got a lot of things that I need to, you know, give my attention to before I even think about sharing my attention with anybody else, you know? So that's that on that. But thank you. I hope you guys have a good night, and I hope you guys have a good week. Just in case you don't hear from me, I'm just trying to make sure that I put what I need to put on my platform so that I can cover some things and I don't have to revisit them. Because like I said, once I lay it down there, I just kind of want to move forward. I don't really want to have to deal with this anymore. It's a lot. You know, this energy is a lot, especially when you're dealing with the shit that I've already been dealing with. So I know that, there's somebody out there who really wants to see me like really break down, and they'll probably find a lot of pleasure in that. But trust me, I'm not interested in giving you that, but it's not intentional. It's just how I am. I'm not purposely not getting angry or hurt because somebody wants to see me angry or hurt. I could care less. I will cry in front of a person who wants to see me cry if I feel like I want to cry. I'm just that kind of person. I'm just that kind of person. I could care less. I will give them every bit of joy that they want.